Brad Lawler, Home Team Inspection Service. Hamilton owns a 30-year-old condo. And last week, Hamilton had a pinhole copper leak that was under the sink. So he's wondering, he did nothing to create the leak. Why is this happening? And is it happening anywhere else? And I think we might know the answer. Is it happening anywhere else? Yeah, go ahead, Brad.
Yeah, yes, that's very common. So copper only has a certain thickness to it. 30-year-old condo, that's going to be, falling into one of those areas where the copper might have been a little bit thinner than it had been in years past. This is also kind of the end of the copper era and moving into the PEX, the plastic lines. So what happens over time is you'll get corrosion. We've got, hard water in our area, a lot of mineral content. Minerals will kind of work their way through the copper, so you get these pinhole leaks. And once the pinhole leaks start, there's really nothing you can do to stop it. You're just going to have to replace that copper with PEX. So anywhere you've got those copper water lines in the house, yes, it's susceptible. So once you start seeing little leaks in your ceiling, under the sink, talk to a plumber, because it may be time to go ahead and start doing some of the retrofitting to some of the modern water lines that are now available. Relatively easy to replace. Get a competent plumber, and they should be able to give you advice on how to go about replacing those lines as cost effectively as possible.
And those are the ones that are exposed. But the question is, and the problem is, Brad, there are a lot of condos around the country, including in Louisville, where the copper pipes are hidden inside walls that are adjoining two condos. It starts leaking. Right. What do we do now?
Yeah, and that again is as far as the condos go. I wouldn't know, where the responsibility, lies, who's responsible for what. But it's the same as the house, Bob. It's you've got water lines that are running. You may have a leak, beneath a bathroom, above your family room, but you probably have leaks in other parts of it. So I think that I can't comment on how a condo association would resolve all of the lines, but copper does wear out. Those lines do have to be replaced. What the process is within, between condos, between floors, whatever, that might be. I think that's more maybe a Liz question or the condo association question, but the copper's not going to self-heal. It's not going to get better, and there does have to be some plan for replacement of those lines over time.
Yeah, and I think what we'll see is that you as a condo owner, you need to take an interest in this. That's why we're bringing this up as a topic. And I think, Liz, you'll agree that most condo associations may have some different rules, regulations on where the responsibility of the condo association starts and ends and where the homeowner or the condo owner picks up. Right about that?
Truly. It varies from condo association to condo association. And a lot of it's dependent on their founding documents when everything was put to record establishing that condo association. So it could be equally shared among the tenants, or it could be something that they're going to collect a prepaid, or not a prepaid assessment, but rather an assessment and levy an assessment on all remaining tenants in order to accomplish the replacement and removal of copper pipes. But it varies depending on their documents, their founding documents.
Yeah, so go forth, folks. If you own a condo, say 10 years or older, attend the next association meeting and ask the question, what are the guidelines? And you could also read the docs, but ask them, what are the guidelines? And then one more tip, call your insurance agent. Find out, what are the deductibles? What are you covered? And do you need to increase those deductibles or coverage in the event that something happens? Just be prepared. We are going to take a break. By the way, Brad mentioned something in this about the newer homes, condos have PEX. And for those of you who have PEX, I do in my house, I normally would say, I can breathe a sigh of relief. No, because we have a question coming up about PEX. You won't believe the answer. That's coming up on the other side of the break, along with our topic for today. Keep your porch or front light on or off throughout the night. We'll be talking about that. Continuing with us after the break, Liz Lamb doing a great job. She's an attorney over at Pitt and Frank Attorneys, LLC. She's in for Cora Henderson, who's on vacation this week. Pitt and Frank does title searches, examinations, a variety of other things, and, of course, closings. They do a great job. You can reach Cora and Liz and the whole team over at Pitt and Frank Attorneys, LLC at 895-9900. Also, Brad Lawler continuing with us after the break, Home Team Inspection Service and Team Bug Out. You can reach Brad at 844-411-TEAM. And I'm Bob Sokoler. And if you're thinking about selling your home, I'd love to help you day or night. No home too big, no home too small. And in fact, I work in Louisville, Southern Indiana, and surrounding counties. You can reach me at 502-376-5483. That's 376-LIVE. Or you can go to bobsellslouisville.com, fill out the form, click submit. We're back in a moment on News Radio 840 WHAS.